नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक टू नितिन ट्रेडिंग एकेडमी. Tomorrow is Monday, 17th August 2026, and in this video, we will analyze the market using our complete frameworks. And I will give you the important bullish and bearish levels for Monday, and will I'll also explain what price action we should wait for before taking a trade. So let us begin. First, let us understand the broader market environment. So the Indian market enters the new week after a relatively weak, previously weak. Current market contemporary is highlighting crude oil, US, Iran are state of Hormuz developments, FII flows and US Federal Reserve expectations as important drivers for Indian equities this week. The important point for Monday is that market is balancing two opposing forces. One on one side, easing inflation expectations and softer crude prices have been supportive for global equities. US equities recently moved to record levels as oil prices declined and inflation data provided some relief. On the other hand, geopolitical tensions and elevated oil prices remain a risk for India because India is highly sensitive to crude and the rupee. The rupee has also remained under pressure, although RBI intervention has helped contain the decline. Another important event this week is the US Federal Reserve minutes, which could influence expectations regarding the September rate decision. So, overall, the global environment is mixed, and therefore, we should not blindly assume that Monday will be either bullish or bearish. We should allow price to confirm the direction. So now let us look at institutional activity. So according to the NSE data provider for 14th August, FII or FPI activity and the NSE showed net buying approximately 525.65 crores. So FIIs were actually net buyers on the session, and DI activity was net buying approximately 196.14. So both FIS and DIs were net buyers on the last trading session. This is an important change in sentiment because we are not seeing institutional selling pressure from both sides. However, one day's data should not be treated as a trend confirmation. Therefore, for Monday, we will combine institutional data with price and price action and option chain positioning. Now let us look at India VIX. This is India VIX 15 minutes chart. India VIX closed around 11.3 on the daily chart, while the 15-minute chart is around 11.265. This is a relatively low volatility environment, and when VIX is low, we should be careful about expecting very large directional moves immediately. The important levels from our liquidity map are upside like 11.56 and downside like 11.25 breaks, then we may expect moving towards 10.65. The immediate VIX zone to watch 11.25 to 11.56. So if VIX starts expanding strongly along with the price breakout, then we could see a faster directional move in Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now comes one of the most important inputs for Monday morning, that is GIFT Nifty. So here is the GIFT Nifty chart. So Nifty cash closed at approximately 366. So GIFT Nifty is indicating a premium of roughly 60 to 65 points over the Nifty cash close. If this premium remains intact closer to the Indian market opening, it can indicate a positive or mildly gap up opening bias. So, but remember, GIFT Nifty as an indication, not a guarantee of the opening price. Our important GIFT Nifty levels resistance, as we see on the chart, 24,465, and above it 24,517, and above that 24,575. And also there is one more level, 24,627. The support, as we see on the chart, which is 24,351. So the first question Monday morning is very simple. Can Nifty sustain above 24,467? If yes, the bullish case becomes strong. If it fails and comes below 24,376, we need to become cautious. Now, let's come to the most important index, that is Nifty 50. Nifty closed at approximately 24,366. The daily chart shows that index has been under pressure after failing to sustain the higher levels. Now, let us mark our important liquidity levels, which are marked on the chart. And if these zones hold, we could see another recovery attempt. But if 24,266 breaks decisively, the bearish pressure can increase. So my key Nifty range for Monday is 24,266 on the downside and 24,429 on the upside. The breakout from this range will be very important. Now let us confirm the Nifty view with the option chain. So here is the Nifty 50 option chain. The option chain data provided is for the 18th August expiry, which makes it particularly important because this is the expiry week. On the call side, we see significant open interest around 24,500. As we see, that is 24,500, which is 1,73,266. Now 24,600 open interest, which is 1,39,140. So 24,700 also, there is a huge open interest on the call side, that is 1,31,768. So 24,800, which is also having very good open interest, that is 159,000, that is 354. So this tells us that 24,500 is an important call side resistance area. On the put side, major open interest is concentrated around 24,000, which we can see from the bottom, that is 175, and 24,300. If we see, this is 1,56,000, and 24,400, which is 1,11,826, and 24,200 approximately, which is 1,11,423. So the strongest nearby put concentration is around 24,300. So interestingly, the calculated option chain max pain level from the supply data is approximately 24,400. So we have an important cluster, 24,300. One is this, and 24,400. Another one is this, and 24,500. So these are the three important. So this is likely to be very important battlefield for Monday and the Tuesday expiry. So therefore, about 24,500, bullish momentum can accelerate, and between 24,300 to 24,500, expect range volatility. Below 24,300, bearish pressure can increase. Now let us analyze Bank Nifty. So here is the Bank Nifty chart. Bank Nifty closed around 57,491. The daily chart is showing slightly weaker structure compared with the Nifty. Our immediate resistances, which are marked on the chart. So if Bank Nifty crosses and sustains above these market levels, the next targets can be you can see 57, 80, 86. On the downside are important levels also marked over here. So therefore 57, 380 is immediate Bank Nifty support. A break below 57, 380 can open the way toward downside, which is moving toward 57, 158. So for Bank Nifty, I would avoid taking directional trade in the middle of the range. So I would rather wait for confirmation around 57,380 on the downside or 57,548 um, on the upside towards 57,800. So now let us confirm this with the Bank Nifty option chain. So moving towards Bank Nifty option chain. So then the supplied option chain data, what you see here, which is 25th August expiry. So the strongest call side open interest is around 58,000, 58,000, which is 72,105 open interest. Then at 60,000 approximately, which is 57,000 as we see at 60,000. Yes, here is the 60,000 open interest, which is 57,443 and 59,000, which is 43,801. So 58,000 is clearly an important psychological and option chain resistance. On the put side, 58,000 is clearly which is showing 58,000 open interest on the put side, which is 41,000 open interest, and 57,000 if you see, that is 57,000, which is 31,670. So 156,000 is approximately, which is 31,544. Let me pull up 56,000. So here 56,000, 31,544. Near the current price, 57,500 is also very important. The heavy call open interest which is there. Therefore, the Bank Nifty option chain picture suggests 57,500 to 58,000 is the major resistance region, and below 57,000 becomes important broader support zone. So our technical liquidity levels are giving us much tighter intraday levels around 57,380 and 57,681. So we can use the option chain for the broader map and the liquidity levels for the actual trade trigger. Now, just let us look at the SENSEX, what is happening with the SENSEX also. So this is the SENSEX chart. So SENSEX closed around 78,009. As marked here, the important resistance support level. So based on this, 78,048 becomes the first important bullish within like 78,119. So it's a sustained breakout above this zone can support a move towards 78,263, but rejection below this zone can keep the index under pressure. So what is my overall view for Monday? I would call it cautiously neutral to mildly bullish above the key resistance levels. Why? Because if Nifty is above Nifty cash flows, FII and DII were both net buyers on the last session. India VIX remains relatively low. Global equities have recently received support from softer inflation and lower crude, but Nifty and Bank Nifty are still below important resistance zones. Crude and geopolitical risk remain important. Option chain positioning shows significant resistance around 24,500 Nifty and 58,000 Bank Nifty. Therefore, I don't want to predict a blind bullish opening. Instead, I want price to prove the direction. My Monday mantra is Nifty above 24,429 is a bullish confirmation. Nifty below 24,296 bearish confirmation. Bank Nifty below 57,548 to 57,681 is the bullish confirmation. Bank Nifty below 57,380 bearish confirmation. Until these levels break out decisively, expect the possibility of a range. So friends, these are the important levels and scenarios for Monday, that is 17th August 2026. Remember, levels are not signals by themselves. Always wait for price action, volume, and confirmation before entering a trade. If you found this analysis useful, please like the video, subscribe the Nathan Trading Academy, and share it with other traders and comment below. Are you expecting Nifty to break 24,500 or reject from this zone? I will see you in the next market analysis. So before moving to say goodbye, disclaimer, Nathan Trading Academy is not SEBI registered. This content is strictly for educational purposes only and is not investment advice. Trading involves sustainable risk. So traders and investors, so before investing, consult your financial advisor. So trade carefully, manage your risk. Thank you. See you in another next educational video. Until then, bye-bye.